This person played with your heart. Now they're facing the consequences. This message is for someone who gave their heart honestly, but was met with confusion, mixed signals, and emotional games. There was a person in your life who knew how you felt. Deep down, they understood that your feelings were genuine. You weren't pretending. You weren't manipulating. You simply cared. But instead of valuing that love, they played with it. First, things felt beautiful between you. There were moments where they made you feel like you were special, like you were someone important in their life. Their attention, their words, their presence. It created hope in your heart. You believed in the connection. But slowly, something began to change. Their actions became inconsistent. One day they would be warm and affectionate, and the next day they would pull away as if none of it mattered. You began to feel confused. You started asking yourself questions. Did I do something wrong? Why are they acting like this? Do they actually care about me? The truth is, the problem was never you. This person was playing a dangerous emotional game. They enjoyed the attention, the affection, and the feeling of being important to someone. But they weren't ready to give the same level of commitment back. So instead of being honest, they kept you in a cycle of hope and disappointment. They gave just enough attention to keep you around, but never enough to make you feel secure. And that kind of emotional behavior leaves deep marks on a person's heart. Eventually, you started pulling your energy back. Maybe you stopped reaching out as much. Maybe you became quieter. Maybe you simply decided that your peace was more important than chasing someone who couldn't decide what they wanted. And that's when something interesting started to happen. The moment your energy shifted, their reality began to change. For a long time, they believed you would always be there. They thought no matter what they did, you would continue caring for them. But now they are starting to feel your absence, and it's affecting them more than they expected. They're beginning to reflect on their actions. Memories of the moments you shared are coming back into their mind. The way you supported them, the way you listened to them, the way you genuinely cared. They are realizing that people like you are rare. You weren't just another person in their life. You were someone who loved deeply, and now they are facing the emotional consequences of the way they treated you. There may be moments where they feel regret, moments where they wish they had handled things differently, moments where they wonder if they lost someone who truly valued them. Because the truth is, genuine love is not something that appears every day. When someone finally realizes the value of a person they took for granted, the realization can be heavy. But here's the most important message for you. Your heart was never weak for loving someone deeply. Your kindness, your patience, and your emotional honesty are not flaws. They are strengths. The right person will never see your love as something to play with. They will see it as something precious. And while this person may now be facing the consequences of their choices, your path is about something much more powerful. Growth, healing, and eventually, a connection with someone who will never make you question your worth. Because the love you gave so freely is the same love that will one day come back to you in a way that feels safe, mutual, and real. Sometimes the people who hurt us the most become the lesson that prepares us for something better. And your story is far from over. Welcome to Psychology Facts. If you're curious about the hidden truths of the mind and heart, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon, so you never miss a facts that could change the way you see life.